Okay, so I'm headed into the Fabletics. First of all, good morning. Welcome to week 8. I'm headed into the Fabletics free workout. It's like a hip hop dance class with some instructors that I love. So the mall is closed and I couldn't find the door that was open for us to get into the class. So I left. I came to Kroger. These probiotics that my husband was saying don't work. Well, he didn't say they don't work. He just said, you know, you can use natural things to increase the probiotics that you have, the things that you have, the bacteria, the cultures that you have. And so these are things that you might not have and that might not even fit with your body. And they'll just, you know, move right on. But for me, I do think I want to try them. Now, I know for some people that would just like ruin their day. Like, I planned to do this thing. I had it in my mind all week that this is what I was going to do. And now I'm not doing it. Forget it. Cancel Christmas type of thing. But that is a thing that in order to move into a healthier lifestyle, mentally, spiritually, and physically, we've got to move kind of past that, of that only one thing can be acceptable. Only one outcome can be acceptable. We can, whatever life throws at you or whatever is reality, just being okay with reality. Reality is, I couldn't find the class. Could they have gave us some directions? Sure. They didn't. Oh well. It wasn't meant for me to be there. I'm here and maybe I was meant to tell you this. You know, that the part of the problem with part of the reason why I'll talk about me and why other people might turn to overeating is because we are not willing to deal with life on life's terms. Things happen. This ain't even that deep. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even that deep. But I know that there was a time in my life, and there may be times in your life, where if something don't go as planned, then it's like, forget it. I'm just not going to do nothing today. And that's not the answer. The answer is, I'm about to go and see if the pool is open. I might go to the pool because I want to do my hair today, but I could go for a little swim before I do my hair. And I'm just going to still have a good day. Just explore the other options and choices that I have in my day. So I am about to go swimming. I just wanted to tell you a little bit of hair care situation. So when you're gonna get in chlorine water, the best thing to do is to get your hair saturated with water and conditioner before, so it's already full before, so it doesn't take in as much chlorine as it would if it was dry and looking for moisture. So I'm going to just hop in the shower that they have here and drench my hair. I'm still going to wear my cap, but water gets through my cap. So just, it's extra insurance. And I know I'm washing my hair today and going to clarify and all that. So it's just part of it, you know. That felt super good. So I'm just walking around. My husband is in there running his mouth with his little friends. So I'm just walking around. So this week I was at 1,840 calories. That's my average. I definitely want to bring that down this week to that 1,600. So I think I already told you about yesterday and the pizza situation. But yeah, I had pizza again for lunch. My calories today was 1955, so that was definitely cutting it close. Yesterday 1643, even with the pizza, so that was good. That's what my days kind of need to look like. 1700, 1900, 17. Okay, so we see that there were a lot of 1900 days, 1800 days this week, so that's good to know that is kind of where we fell short. So I want to kind of model my days after this one. One of my plans is to to put my meals in ahead of time, so the day before. So I'm gonna take this breakfast and apply it to my tomorrow's pace. Okay, so I'll do that later, but basically I'm gonna model my days after this day for breakfast and lunch, because I kept them simple. I was already kind of thinking this. I'll probably add a fruit to breakfast and leave them this simple, so that I can, like, my protein shake and a fruit, and then I'll have the salad kit. This, I know I didn't have no whole salad kit, so that's not even right. I need to check my stuff, because that's not even right, because this is 3.5, and I know I didn't eat. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, never mind. I put the whole salad kit in here for lunch, but I ate the rest of it with my dinner. So never mind, false alarm. Like that, it'll be an interchangeable protein that'll probably be less than this 400, but I want to kind of keep those the same, so that I can basically have 300 for breakfast, have around 300 or 400 for lunch, so that I have a good majority saved for dinner, so that I can have some wiggle room and be able to still meet my calorie thing. I do also see where I can improve as far as my fat is typically pretty high, and so when this stops working, so when I stop seeing weight loss, a good place for me to look for extra, like something else to do, would be to reduce my fat intake, since fat is 9 calories per gram versus the 4 that protein and carbs are. I could eat more carbs, more protein, and it would be less calories than getting those, you know, calories from fat. So, or getting those grams from fat. So I will look there when I need to, but right now I don't need to do any tweaks. I'm doing fine where I'm at, so I will just stick with what I'm doing. And sleep, this is where I'm at today, and that's probably about it for today, because it is almost 8 p.m. Let's look at the week. This week my average was 16,000. Last week that was 13,000, so definitely an improvement from, you know, these previous weeks. So yeah, I would like to just keep that same thing. My strategy here is really just saying that I'm going to do at least 12K. Like today, I thought I would get only 12K, but I ended up talking a little long on the phone with my brother, so I got 12,000 more, or 2,000 more in. But yeah, I just want to be above 12K, and not like anchoring myself around that 10K or even around 12K. I'm just saying I'm going to at least do 12K, and I'm doing as much walking as I can that day. So I think that's really been working for me. I'm gonna keep it right there. I think it's doing well. My goal would be to just stay right there in that 16,000 for now, but not try to. I don't want to anchor myself there either. I just want it to naturally happen, that some days, some weeks I might be 17,000, some weeks I might be 16,000, and then we'll just see what it looks like over the month. So we look at the month of, hold on, let me look. So yeah, so I'm increasing for the month. So July was 13,000. And then this month has been 15,000, because really I'm going to be tracking over a month. I did, so that 18,000 that I had, or 1,800 with my calories, that is something that I'm going to have to put just in my notes, because I want to track my calories over what my average was for the month, what my steps were for the month, and then what my weight loss was for the month. And so that'll give me a good understanding of what it takes to do what I'm doing. So then when something stops working, or something did, if I have a bad month, I can go back and say, okay, where your steps average was down, your calorie count was up, or I can say you stayed totally the same and didn't lose weight. So if we have another month like that, then we can say, okay, maybe we need to bring the steps up, maybe we need to bring the calories down. What do we need to do to continue to see change? But I am going to be tracking that over a monthly basis. Two ways this helps, because I do have, a cycle that gives me the time to not be concerned with fluctuations that happen normally due to my cycle. Week to week is always going to look different based on where you are in your cycle. So I think that month to month works better. It also gives me the room and space to get the habit and consistency. I'm doing it for a month before I like jump ship. So I can't jump ship just anytime, and that is working better. I'm weighing myself every 3 days. It's working out fine. So that's good. That's a plus. Now let's look at my sleep. This week there was definitely improvement. Every day this week my sleep score was good. Let's look at last week. So my average is 7 hours 27 minutes per night. Last week it was under 7 hours, and I only had one good day. The rest were fair. The others I hadn't charged my Fitbit those days. Let me see what was the week before that. Even lower in the 6 hour range, and still, you can see my hours were low. So this week I've been mostly getting 7. I did, have a day there where it was a little less than 7. But my goal is to try to be snoring by 9:30. You see, I did a good job of that last night. So yeah, I want to end this night. Okay. So yeah, I want to be asleep by 9:30. And I think that will help me to get the rest that I need to try to get to that 8 hour mark. That's my goal. Those are my goals. Let's look at my weightlifting. So my volume this week was 49,000. Last week it was 46,000. So it is up. Like I said, this week here where I had the 35,000, that was me starting a new workout program. So it is going to have to build back up. The goal is over the next 8 weeks I will go past this 59,000. 59,000. I will go past that. But right now it's just a build up. You go back down to go back up, basically, to go up further. So I'm building that back up with this new program. It's going well. Let me show you what those workouts look like. So this was yesterday's workout. Thursday, let's start at the beginning of the week. So because Sunday is, and I'll be doing this again tomorrow. But what I like about this program is this week I was doing the barbell 3 sets. I'll be doing 4 sets tomorrow, and I'll be doing 4 sets of Romanian deadlift. So that will automatically increase that volume. So this is what I did on that day. Sunday is like a heavy day for me. And then Monday is upper body. It's cool. Then Tuesday, I took Tuesday off because I kind of messed my back up, tweaked my back. What I like about having this 5-day-a-week program is that I can decide when I'm going to have that day off, like if I'm going to have the whole weekend off, or if I'm going to take a day in the week off. Well, and I start on Sunday. So basically, I have Saturday off, and then I'm going to have some day during the week off. And it depends. Sometimes it's Wednesday, sometimes it's Friday. It depends on how I'm feeling. So then Wednesday is like lower body, more hypertrophy stuff. So it's hip thrust and more glute focus. Then Thursday, it was back to upper body with a little bit of band work for my glutes. And then the last day of the program, the 5th day, is some more leg work, but like much lighter than that first day. So I love how the week starts off heavy, and then you're just getting it's getting easier and easier throughout the week. So I love that. I think I will stick to programs like this more often. I can't say I'm gonna only do those, but more often stick to this type of training. Hey, it's Sunday morning, my heavy lift day. I wasn't going to turn around because I forgot I like to write my lifts down on paper. but I forgot the folder. That's fine. I was willing to deal with that because I also do have it in that app, so I still know what my lifts are. But I also realized I forgot to put on deodorant, so now I'm headed back home. You know, I don't know, yesterday there was a little disturbance, and yeah, here goes some more stuff. And obviously I wasn't supposed to be there over there at this time, and I'm supposed to come back home. I always feel like, you know, a delay is protection, so we'll see. The day is still the day. It's still a good day. It doesn't have to go exactly as I planned for it to be a good day. I'm taking a break from doing my hair and having some salad, half of a salad kit, or a little bit more than half of a salad kit, because I only ate a cup yesterday because I was running low on calories. So finishing up this salad kit, a packet of tuna that was 80 calories, 15 grams protein, and I did that because I only had maybe about 3 ounces of chicken left. So there's chicken and tuna in here. So I'm on my walking pad at 9. So typically I want to be on my walking pad at 11 o'clock. But I'm still going to do the 11 o'clock spot. This is what we call extra credit. Okay, extra credit from the plan. But we still going to do the plan. Now, if I want to start adding an additional walk, I've been on here for 35 minutes. If I want to add an additional walk, that's fine. It's just a little slow walk. You know, if I was working in the hospital or working somewhere else, I would be getting these steps anyway. It's not a workout. It's just a walk. That's it. But that wasn't what I was. While I'm sitting here, I started thinking my mind is really trying to do some stuff today. It's like really trying to sneaky girl. So it's like, what if when you go out of town, because we are going on a trip at the end of August, what if you fail? Because I'm supposed to be done basically around the time of our trip. Like, those are my last days. I will end on the trip or something like that. It's like, what if you just fail on the trip so you can start over, because you don't know what you're going to do after 75 hard anyway, so you could just start 75 hard over. What if I finish strong, prove to myself that I can do this out of the country at an all-inclusive resort with buffets? I finish strong and I still do 75 soft again, or I do 75 hard again, or I do 75 medium or hardish or something like that, or I do, there's something called, so after 75 hard, in the 75 something, I don't know what he calls it, but in that thing, after you do 75 hard, you're supposed to do, there is the option to do phase 1, and phase 1 includes all of the 75 hard, plus I think like making 3 things for yourself, like deciding to do 3 things a day, non-negotiables. But the one that was messing with me, that's not all of them. I can't remember all the things you have to do. It's 1 requirement. You must complete everything from 75 hard, and it plus add a 5-minute cold shower, 10 minutes of active visualization, and 3 powerless critical tasks. So I don't got no problem. Another thing about phase 1 is it's a one shot. If you mess up, you have to wait until next year to do it again. The cold showers and visualization challenge you in new ways, emotionally and mentally. The powerless tasks are intended to reinforce productivity and intentional living. I'm thinking about that. Because first, what I was about to say to you is, I don't want to do the that cold shower, 5 minutes. It's not sounding appealing to me, but it's not supposed to sound appealing. It's supposed to be you know, building toughness. I know it has it has benefits, health benefits of taking cold showers. So let me do some more research on it, because I might go into phase 1 for 30 days and then start another 75 thing, because it pretty much keeps me on the road I'm on, adds those 3 like power list or whatever. What did he call it? Hold on. 3 powerless critical tasks. So yeah, 3 tasks that move your life, business, or health forward. So doing that every day, that's gonna automatically move me forward. I think I've convinced myself. Thank you all for this talk, because I think my mind, while it was trying to sneak me and make me mess up on 75 hard, no, I actually have to complete 75 hard so I can move to phase 1. Silly Billy. But yeah, thank y'all for working this out with me. That's why I have y'all. That's why I have the Glow Getters as my accountability partners, because where would I be? I would just be here talking to myself. And you see how she tried to make me quit. She literally made plans for 20 days from now to quit. Now, what are you talking about? At the end, at the very end? Stop that. Alright, I'm back on here. It's 11:20. I'm on here. So I'm actually doing. I did, 40 minutes on here earlier. I'm gonna, the deal is that I get on the walking pad in the hour of 11 o'clock. So somewhere between 11 and 11:59, I need to be on the walking pad. I really don't have a designated amount of time that I stay on there, but I would say I stay on there about 30 minutes is like that anchored time. But sometimes that might be 20 minutes, sometimes that might be an hour. It just depends on how in my work I get, and sometimes I forget I'm on the walking pad, or I'm just so into what I'm doing that the walking pad don't matter. So I try to get, when I'm about to do something like, oh yeah, I need to really get into this project, I get on the walking pad, because I know I'm not paying attention to the walking part and I'm just paying attention to my work. So yeah, it makes it a little bit easier. Like I said, I did do another walk earlier. This is kind of that was an extra credit walk, but this is something I said I was going to do. It's not a part of 75 hard, so I've already been calling those things that aren't a part of 75 hard extra credit. So I guess this is an extra credit walk as well. I just have some little extra credit activities in my day that I just want to add to my day. So yeah, now that we talked about that earlier, I really am thinking about phase 1. What do y'all think about phase 1? Do y'all have any other questions about phase 1 since I talked about it? Is that something you would like to see me do? Do you think I should do phase 1, do 75 hard again, or do like 75 soft medium-ish? Because I already have been thinking about doing 75 soft medium-ish, but I can also do that as we get into, I can do that after the 30 days, like fall, winter type of thing, because I'm still probably going to do it, but it could be after. Because a couple of things that I do want to add are like, I have issue with the 3 hours in between, so I don't want to switch that up. I could still commit to one being outside even when it's like cold weather. I could still commit to that. I just need them to be able to be back to back. I like it back. Sometimes I want to just do it all at the same time. The picture. So I don't really enjoy taking a picture every day. It's not a big deal though. I don't know why I'm making it a big deal, because taking a picture every day is not a big whoop, you know. And it is actually like a cue. It's a cue, because I do it the first thing when I wake up. I stand there, I take the picture. That's like a cue of boom, so we're on task today. You already checked off one thing. You got that easy win, so you know what we doing today. So I do like it that it's a cue. I just feel like it's a waste of time. But I do use the pictures. You never know which day is going to be the best picture, because some days you look heavier than others. So the best picture of the week might be on Monday, or it might be on Thursday. You just never know. And if you don't take a picture every day, if you're only taking a picture on Mondays, then you'll never see if Thursday was a better picture. But it just, for me, I don't care that much about it. I will also change around the reading part, like add it to include Audible and maybe podcasts. Leave podcasts out, but Audible or paper or hard copy books. I want to switch that up. And I think that's the only thing. The gallon of water is cool. It's not a big deal no more. Like, again, it's not even noon yet, and I gotta drink another one of these, but it's just not that big of a deal. So I could do the water, but so those are things that I would kind of switch around. But I also am willing to just do 75 hard, as written again. So you tell me what you think, because I really do want to stay focused and motivated. I don't want to like get so reliant on it that I think that I can't do it without it. But again, that's a mindset of what I want to believe. So if I choose not to believe that, which I already tell myself that, yeah, the things are the things, whether you say they 75 hard or not, you do the things and it'll be fine. You don't need a title. You don't need that. So, but it's fun to play around with. So let me know. Okay, so I'm having my salad. It has half of this cheddar, bacon, poblano chopped salad kit. It's good. It has like a chipotle type of dressing to it. I put 2 of these in there, so that's 30 grams of protein. I feel like this is just like, if you do go to work, like, these are super easy. I'm leaving it in the bag because I found that it cuts down on the, like, it getting like wilted when I put it in a bowl to save it. It seems like there's more I don't know, water or air, more air is able to get to it, and it's worse. I mean, so it's already in this bag, so it's not like it can cross-contaminate or anything because came out of this bag. So I just leave it in the bag, and I'll eat this tomorrow for lunch. So on the back of it, it tells me that it's 170 calories for 1 cup, and there's 3.5 in there. So one day I'll say I had 2 servings, and the other day I'll say I had 1.5. I could also, do that more equally, but that's how I do it one day, because really it doesn't matter what your calories are for the day. It matters what they are, over a long period of time. So I put 2 cups for one day, and then 1.5 for the other. Bag is gone. Okay, so what I do here is try to be very honest with you and tell you exactly how I'm feeling in every moment. So that will fluctuate. Okay? So, right now, as I was walking, doing my outdoor walk for today, I was thinking, I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna overeat at some point. That's the feeling that I'm having. And even though I've done what I said I was gonna do for breakfast, I've done what I said I was gonna do for lunch, I'm wondering, what can I do to like kind of pacify this so that it doesn't get out of hand? So I'm going to plan for tomorrow to, instead of what I had for breakfast today, I'm going to plan to have oatmeal, half a serving of oatmeal, bacon, and eggs, because I feel like that will be a heartier, more feel-good breakfast. Is it going to go crazy on calories? No. But it'll feel better. With lunch, I'm going to still have my salad. I might keep lunch the same. Maybe I'll add some yogurt on the side and a fruit to kind of feel that, make that feel more, exciting, or, add to it. So just kind of add some of those stuff. Like maybe I've gone too far, because I wasn't feeling this when I had maybe 2 or 3 different breakfast options. And when I had my salad, but I also was having the yogurt. I'm walking back and forth in the shade because I'm done with my walk, but I wanted to talk to y'all before I go in. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, when my lunch had that yogurt added to it with the salad, I felt better. So is it that? Do I just need a few days or a day of that, adding a little bit back in? Do I need to add it back in permanently? Can there be some days where I dip down and have less, and be some days where I dip up and have those things, and we still fall into that 1600? Or I was at 1800 last week, so I do want to be under 1800. I want to see at least 1700 average calories this week. So these are just some things that I'm going through my mind to kind of work with myself before it comes. It doesn't have to come at all, because the overarching thing is I'm going to stick to this long term. That's a commitment I have to myself. I want to make that easy as possible on myself, but also understanding that even if I do feel these feelings, I can move past them. But I'm not in the torturing business. I'm not trying to torture myself. So I'll give it that day tomorrow, which is Tuesday, and then we'll see how we want to move forward for Wednesday. I really am feeling good about planning the day before what I'm going to do, so that I have a plan in place, no surprises. And then if you want something different, it gives me that a day to think about it. Like, do you actually really want it? So I'm still getting to exercise the discipline, trust, and all of those things. And a part of trust is responding to my body. So I want to make sure I'm being respectful and not just being a tyrant and exerting power just because I can. Like, I want to do what's best. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so while I'm setting up, I just wanted to answer one of the questions that was in week 7 from A at Heart. I think that's what it is. Where does my lifting inspiration come from? Was it a female body lifter or something else? So my weightlifting inspiration, I'm gonna try to stay like where y'all can hear me. I started, so the first time I probably encountered weightlifting was in track practice. I threw shot put and disc. So those are field events for track, and in those events you need to be strong. You need to have power, strength, power, but power, force to drive. So that means strong legs and strong arms. You need to have power. And so that was my first encounter with the weight room. And I think that a lot of people's bodies are based on what they started with in high school. Like if you were a runner, a sprinter, those people have a different body in adulthood than those people who were shot putters, that people who play basketball, people who play volleyball, or you know, our go-to body is kind of shaped by what we start with. Anywho, yeah, I started with, so I would get a kick out of being on the leg press machine, and I would have, so I would be on the leg press machine with a couple of 45s on each side, but then I would have like one or two of the boys on the football team on each side of it, and I would push them and the weight. So I got a kick out of being strong, having that strong leg press. That was like something I was proud of. So I think that tied being strong and me together, you know, having that experience, and people, they'll be like, dang, you know. So I think that was my first like taste of it. So when I went off to college, I was working with a personal trainer in the small town that I went to college in, and it was before, you know, personal trainers started like making you jump around and all that kind of stuff. It was back in the time where they just taught you like they did, right? So she happened to be a competitor. Hold on, 135, 145, 155. Okay, 160. So she happened to be a bodybuilder. So that's what she had me doing. It was, you know, the bodybuilding programs, 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets, those um, lifts that are more about not the, I did squats and stuff like that, but more bodybuilding things, boiled eggs, you know, no dairy, like that was the deal, right? The eating plan that went with the workout. So that was my first taste of that and seeing what that could do. Once I came home from college, I joined the 24-hour fitness and was there like 2 hours a day. The daycare, you could have your kids there for 2 hours. I had small children, we was there for 2 hours. And so I just started hanging around people at the gym, and one of them sent me a workout program, a lifting program, because at that point I was mostly just doing cardio, being around the cardio folks. She gave me this weightlifting program, and it just changed the game. Like, I'll put in some pictures of the quads that I got, the body I developed. Not only with it wasn't just the program. It was, I was in my 20s. I was in a calorie deficit, and these things started to show. So that kind of paired it together for me, like, this works for me. Then I got into not powerlifting, CrossFit, saw the changes that my body made with CrossFit, even though I was unhappy with what it did with the scale. It changed my body. CrossFit changed my body as well. Then, tore my ACL. You see my stuff right there. I tore my ACL, and so when I was in recovery, I think that's when it reignited all of that kind of, because, okay, before I tore my ACL, you know, I don't think I was really into weightlifting when I got here. I was running. I did a little bit of something because my husband is more of he focuses more on powerlifting. So I kind of adopted those 4 basic moves of the barbell squat, deadlift, overhead press, bench press. Those became like my main focuses, and that was more so because that's what he was doing. Once I tore my ACL, because I stopped working out for real, and I gained a substantial amount of weight, and I was just deconditioned. The recovery from that, I went to physical therapy. I also did, after the regular physical therapy, I did sports physical therapy, which included me training with somebody and doing workout, like, you know, lifting workouts. Like, my strength was tied to my recovery, and so that it strengthened my relationship with weights even more. And then I would say in the last 4 or 5 years, since, you know, trying to make sure that my legs are equal in strength, it has just become a habit that I lift weights. It's just become a part of what I do. I lift weights. So this is a book from like when I think this is from like after I tore my ACL, and it just has all the different like workout programs. So this is December 2021. Just different things that I've done, different weights and things that I've been on. All of that. I need to switch over the notebook I'm using now, put the stuff in here. Just work, you know? So that's what's under all, this what I'm trying to get to. That's what's under all the excess fat. I'm trying to get to this work that I done worked on for so long. Yeah. I might go back to these programs too. These were good programs. But yeah, I've been basically, it's just something that I have a lot of reps in, quote unquote, and I'm just used to. It's a habit now. Weightlifting is a habit for me at this point. So this is the other folder that I'm using, old folder, and this is the workout I'm doing today. Yeah, so I put it in here, but I also put it in my app. I like to, again, that's just another habit. I like to have it written down, and I like to have it in the app. No reason, for real. Just that's, you know, now some programs I have done where I haven't put them on paper, but when I'm really about that, I like it on paper. First, I don't know, I'm old. Kim J Sweet Healthy Life asked, what 2 habits or practices am I sure that I will maintain after the challenge, or that I'm certain that I'll maintain after the challenge. So I think that walking is definitely one. I have gotten so much out of just walking every day. I used to take walks maybe 5 times a week or something like that. But getting outside every day, I think that that is just definitely something that I need to do. Whatever amount of time that happens to be totally fine. But I do feel like that's something that needs to be a part of my life. The drinking water, the gallon of water, that's going to change. But drinking more water, I don't see how I can drink less than half a gallon now, because I've been drinking a gallon of water every day, and like I'm already drinking a half a gallon of water today, and it's 2 p.m. So it's like that is something that I think just goes, like, it's imprinted on me, I'll say that, but I won't do it exactly the same way. I really can't think of one thing that I will do every day after this, other than daily movement, like twice a day or 3 hours in between. I don't know that I can do that, but I think that this challenge has had such an impact and change on how I interact with myself and the trust that I have in myself. It's just like increased my self-trust, and things that even aren't even a part of the challenge have like come up as far as now. Yeah, I walk more than I have to for this challenge. I do 12,000 to 20,000 steps a day. And 20,000 is not my limit, but it just happens to be where I typically, most days, that's where the max typically is, but I don't have a limit, so my thoughts on that haven't been changed. I do Pilates 20 to 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's not a part of the challenge, because I still do those other 2 workouts. So it has just changed my mindset on things and my ability, and like just deciding, in me finding creativity in this challenge, I've also found creativity in how I want to do things. I also signed up for something that I didn't think I would be signing up for. It's got me very present in today and making sure that I'm doing everything I can today, so that I'm not putting off stuff for the future me. Like, I'm preparing for my future by being super present and super active in what I have to do and what I can do today. So if you want to do a certification, start it today. If you want to, work out or do Pilates every day or 5 days a week, do it today. And so that has become my mindset of today. Today is the only day I really have. So just do it today. And I think that habit is something that I want to take with me forever. The day truly counts. Because with 75 hard, the day truly counts. Because if you mess up, you have to start all over. So the day counts. That is it right there. That's it. That's it. I'm late for a call. Let me get on. Hello. I weighed in today. I think I told you I weigh in every 3 days. So this was just that 3-day mark. It was up a bit. I still gotta do the same thing. And that's one thing I really like about this challenge is I still gotta do the same thing. Gotta get up, go for my walk, do my workout, whatever it may be for that day. But despite what the scale says, I do feel like I'm doing well. I feel like I'm doing well, so that's that. So yeah, I mean, I do, of course, I'm still, until I have about 3 months of like information as far as the scale goes, it's going to bother me when it goes up, because I'm not going to be aware of the fluctuations that typically happen with my body. I do believe it's just a fluctuation, because I know last night I only ate like 1,400, or yesterday I only ate 1,400 calories, and I walked over 20,000 steps. So I know, and I mean, but I haven't weighed myself in the last 3 days, but in the last 3 days, I have been up a little bit. Okay, accountability. I have been up a little bit. Not a lot of bit, but a little bit. Okay, thank you for having this conversation with me, because I think for the last, let's look at it, let's go. Anyway, so, where we at? Oh, I ain't doing it today. Okay, so yesterday, 1380. The day before, though, 1658. Day before was almost 2,000. Yeah, so that's really, because I weighed myself Friday. So really what is counting, I did have one update. I don't know if that is really what's doing it. Like, so back to my original thought, just a natural fluctuation. Could be because yesterday we went to the mall, and so I didn't eat dinner or finish my half a gallon until like 8 o'clock. So it could be that that didn't have time to like digest fully. I started some new supplements. I want to start creatine and like start it up daily, but I haven't yet, and I don't want to because I know the scale will go up for that too. But at some point we're gonna have to throw it in before the end of the year. If not next month, then like October or something. It also could be swelling from my lifting workouts because I did increase my volume and stuff the last 2 days. It could be anything. It could be because the sky is blue. It really doesn't matter. I still got to do this walk. I still got to do another 45-minute workout, drink my water, do my extra credit things that I added, which are 30-minute walk at my desk. At least, just get on there. And whatever I do, I do. And then what else? I do like a 10 to 30-minute Pilates yoga session on my lunch break. I just use one of my 15-minute breaks for my lunch, and I use my 30-minute break for exercise or movement, because just because they say it's lunch break doesn't mean it has to be like it's your break. You do what you want with it. You know what I was thinking? I might as well go ahead and start the creatine today. Like, if my feelings is gonna be hurt, might as well be now. Because I don't want to be losing muscle. If I can, whatever little pieces of muscle I can keep, I want to keep every last piece. So I need to go ahead and get that on board. Keep doing what I'm doing, because my feelings are probably gonna be hurt for the next couple weeks, because I have we've moved out of that ovulation phase. We're going into that phase where this week should be okay, but then next week I'll be going into that thing that comes every month. So it's gonna be hurt. My feelings gonna be hurt anyway, so might as well have a reason. Just gotta keep my mind right and remember the reason why is because of these factors. You still need to do your walks. You still stay at that 1600, and it got no choice but to respond the way that you are expecting it to respond. It just might not be this month, but it will respond. So just stay the course. So that's just gotta have my mindset ready for that. Collect the data, whatever the skills say, just log it and move on, and keep on pushing forward. Log it and move on. I chickened out on the creatine. Got my protein shake, egg and an avocado. My husband told me to take this instead of the creatine. Well, he didn't say instead of the creatine. I said I didn't want to take the creatine. And he said that this directly contributes to... Kevin, what does this stuff do?
What's that?
What does this stuff do?
It combats muscle loss.
How? How?
So it reduces muscle breakdown. It also helps you preserve muscle mass when you cut it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, preserve muscle mass while I'm cutting. Period.
Other conditions that promote muscle wasting. So that's what I'm saying. I might need to take some.
You're gonna have to buy you some.
I don't know what I'm saying. I gotta buy it.
He comes talking about I should be taking it. I should start back taking it. You gotta get you some, because this, you done already gave these to me. No takesies, backsies. Huh?
So you want to take it with vitamin D like it has.
Uh-huh.
So if you ever get it with vitamin D because that helps like absorb it.
Ain't you ordering us some more?
I'm ordering me some more.
Since you ordering us some more, it's not going to be a big deal. You just order, babe. Make sure you order it with vitamin D. Make sure you order with vitamin D3, please.
You don't like the kind I have.
Why not?
Because it's like mine and you don't like taking my stuff.
Oh, I'm fine with it.
No, I need it like liquid form.
Cool. We're gonna take it in liquid form after we finish these. No problem. I like whatever you like. So that made my head hurt. I mean, my stomach hurt. My stomach is hurting a little bit. Could be placebo. Again, could be placebo, but I feel like I want to blame it on this, man. My stomach hurt. Also, do I still have it or did I finally throw it away? Because stuff like berberine makes my stomach hurt. Traditionally, like even multivitamins make my stomach hurt. I just have been taking them with dinner, and that tends to be a heavier meal, so it hasn't been able to get me like that. And maybe I should take that with my dinner to make it, like, to coat it better. But I don't know if I care to take it. Maybe I'm just not a supplement person. Maybe maybe we just see what happens if you don't take anything. I don't know. So I don't want to get up and walk right now, but that is what I said. Like I said during the 11 o'clock hour, it's 11:14, that I'm going to hop on my walking pad. I'm at a place where I know I'm about to be making a lot of calls and get into a rhythm, so I might as well have my legs moving. I think that when you just say something and then you just do it, like, don't worry about how you feel about it, because you know, I'm gonna feel like it once I'm on it. I'll probably stay on there longer than I was planning on staying on there, and it just won't matter. It just won't matter, you know. And a week or two from now, I'll be glad that today I did it. I did what I said I was gonna do. So yeah, I'm about to go ahead and have this desk come on up. I was walking outside, so I got my fanny pack out. But yeah, have this desk come on up. Move this chair up to the right. Slide my walking pad on over. Plug the girl in. And just like that. Well, I don't know how long I talked before I did that, but it's only been, that was less than 30 seconds probably. It took me to do that. And it's done. I'm on it. I'm already done started before I could even think about it. Let me turn her up a little bit. All right. I'm about to get to it, get my little work done. I forgot that I walked outside this morning. I'm about to go home and hop on that treadmill. Now, will I almost be done? Probably, but I'm just gonna, why am I out here? It's like 90 degrees. So I actually went ahead and did it because I started responding to comments for week 7 75 part video. So leave me some videos, leave me some comments in this video, so I'll have something to do on my next walk. And if you have any questions, because again, I'm going to answer the questions from week 7 in this vlog, but I would like some questions to answer in week 9. So if you can think of some questions, if you have something that you want to ask. All right, so this is the salad pack for today. I don't really like this one as much. Just looking at it, I haven't eaten it yet, so I don't know. But it isn't as green. You see, I don't like that just regular lettuce, iceberg lettuce-ness of it. But I just wanted, these were on sale as well as the other that I had for this week. So just wanted to try one of them. I am going to add like some corn and maybe some black beans since we had tacos last night. So we have leftovers for that. So I'm going to add some of that. So I'm going to have half of this and that stuff. But since I'm adding things to it, instead of the chicken, I went with this because these are 70 calories per pack with 15 grams of protein. So together it'll be 140 and that'll be 30 grams of protein. And with the meat, it would be more basically for less protein. So, or with the chicken, it would be more with less protein. So I said, let me do these to counteract the fact that I'm about to put corn and black beans in here, which is not gonna be that much or that bad, but and not bad at all, but calorie wise, because I am trying to save some calories because tonight is pasta night, right? So Tuesdays I make tacos, Wednesdays I make some kind of pasta, whether that be lasagna, spaghetti, something with some kind of pasta noodle and some sauce. The reason I do that is I showed y'all the last time. The ground chicken or ground beef or whatever, I just make enough for both days. And then the next day, you just know you having pasta. Okay, so this is it all. The color on here really don't let you see it. But there are no iceberg lettuce in here. It's cabbage. And so that's better because it has more nutritional value. So I can deal with that. Yeah, I added black beans, the tuna, corn, and onions and tomato because those ingredients were left over from yesterday from the tacos. So, yeah. That's good. I shouldn't judge a book by its cover or a salad by its package before I dig in. My baby just went off first day of high school. Nah, it's good. I told him, hey, don't switch up. I like you like you are. You can grow, but don't switch up. You know, don't let them tell you nothing about you. They don't know S about F. You know what I mean? I don't know. They don't know S about F. They don't. So don't let them tell you nothing about you. Don't you switch. Don't you change for them. Wear what you want to wear. Be who you want to be. Because that ain't nothing. They followers. Look at them. They all look the same. So I just wanted to chat about yesterday. So yesterday was Thursday. And my husband wanted to get Chinese food. So we got Chinese food. But I wanted to talk about how that went for me. Some things that I did differently. So first thing that came up in my mind was, well, it'll be 3 days because I weigh myself every 3 days. So I was going to weigh myself this morning. So I was like, oh, if I eat Chinese food, the sodium, just the difference in sodium is going to cause a problem, whether it's a calorie difference or not. So I weighed myself before I ate. And then I measured my food out. I vlogged it before we even picked up the Chinese food. So I knew like how much I could get without going over my maintenance calories. I did bump up to maintenance calories to, you know, do that. But I vlogged it. When it got here, I grabbed the scale and I portioned out, you know, the 100 grams of this, 100 grams of that, 100, you know, I measured, weighed and measured my food, and I ate it, and I moved on. You know, would I have liked to have more and all that kind of stuff? Sure, but I didn't. I weighed my food out, I ate it, and I moved on. Woke up this morning and still got on the scale. It was the same. It was the same as last night. So would it probably have been down a couple pounds? Sure, but it was the same, which is down from the last time I weighed 3 days ago. So it's no big deal. Just wanted to document that part of how I handled that situation, because that is what it's going to take long term. Being able to pivot sometimes. Like, not all the time is it my plan going to look like my plan. was laid out. There's going to be times where I can pivot and enjoy life, which I'm enjoying life, but outside of food as well. But it's just, it's okay to, I ate that, now move on. I had breakfast, I'll have lunch, which is going to be another salad. I am going to show you the salad in this video, so that'll be kind of the last thing, because it'll be a different salad kit today. So I'll have all 3 of the salad kits that I ate this week, you know, in here, so I can, you know, say how they were. I've liked the other 2. I've really liked all of them. I think I've tried 2 the week before this, and then now 2 more. So I've tried 4 different salad kits. I really like them all, and I think that really solves that, because I was wondering about trying to find this perfect salad dressing, but I'm just gonna get the salad kit. It makes it easy, and I like the salad dressings that have been in it. Haven't been a problem. I could use a little extra something right now. I'm thinking about getting some tea, but I do want to focus on, I'm trying not to have Splenda, so that's why I haven't been eating oatmeal, because I don't want to add Splenda to things, and that's why I haven't been really having tea, because I don't want to add Splenda to things. So I might have some tea with nothing in it, just so I can get used to that, because that is where we're going. I didn't want to change everything at once, but I think this is just that next stage, is kind of moving that out of the picture. I'm not saying I'm not going to have, you know, like artificial sweeteners. I am, but just not me adding them all the time. Now, when I'm out of town, if I have some coffee or something and I want it to be a little livelier, I may add some. But just in my daily, when I'm at home, that's like my home base. That's when I can do my best. And so while I'm, you know, just doing my best, I want to make that ain't part of it. That's all I'm saying. So this is smoked cherry and bacon cheddar. The dressing kind of tastes like barbecue sauce, but I'm eating it with ground beef, so I think it'll be okay. And that's a wrap on week 8. All right, Glow Getters, thank you so much for being here with me. It was a good week. I don't know if I covered everything I was going to do in this week, but I'm going to go ahead and take notes. I know I didn't talk about the books, so I will be talking about that in week 9. We have plenty of time. That's what I'm going to start with in week 9, so we don't have this issue. Yeah, I think we are on to something. I'm very excited about the progress, even though I saw most, like, I don't know if I've seen a lot of like physical progress this week, but I did last week, and I've kept that, you know, like I've just kept the walking, kept the moving, and I know that I will eventually see the fruits of that labor. I couldn't be happier with what I'm doing, because I feel like it's something that I can do long term. So I thank you for watching. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week. Take care.